And hello. Welcome to another episode of the Mind of James podcast. I'm looking for my vape here. We're smoking on a Raz. Frozen dragon fruit lemon. Of course, it is Yuengling lager. A fantastic beer. As you can see, we have everything hung up. So, everything's looking good. Everything's sounding good. Got the lights up. I'm only using one because it seems only one is needed. And we got our beautiful red and green lights for Christmas. It is a holiday season. It is upon us. I hope everybody had a good holiday. Thanksgiving. This year has been a wonderful year for me to just be thankful and grateful of everything that is in my life and everything that I have in life. Words cannot express to you how grateful I am to be here. So, and I want to thank all of you for joining me on that journey. So anyway, this week is I got to spend time with my brother this past Saturday, and we watched an old anime cartoon that him and I apparently really loved back in the day. It was called Ghost in the Shell. So we watched that, and throughout the entire movie, I was just like, God, how did we like this? How did we like this movie? Don't get me wrong. For all the anime nerds out there, me included, it is just one of those movies where it's just like it was good for the time that I was in. I will say that. It is good for the time that I was in. I gotta say, there's titties in it. Let's not beat around the bush here. There's titties in it. And, if I was more focused on actual human living titties than I was anime titties, I think I'd be a lot different of a person. That is no joke. And it's really weird on how the things I liked back then I no longer like now. There's a different anime series called Appleseed. We watched that, and it was just like, okay, let's fast forward to the good parts, or the parts we remember. And still love my Gundam Wing, still love my 08th MS series Gundam, still love Outlaw Star, still love Dragon Ball Z, but that kind of shit can fuck right off. So it's just interesting on how things have changed since I was a kid and what I like. I still like human titties. I will say that. Still a big fan of those. But hey, we're just moving and grooving through life, man. But it was good to spend time with Dylan. We got to laugh, and I said, if we're gonna watch this stuff, we got to watch something that we're gonna make fun of, and we did. And we made the absolute and utmost fun of it, and it was a good time. Drinking some beer, eating some pizza, blah 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 blah. And it was just, man, just an interesting time. So I was over at my parents' house before I came and recorded this, and we were watching the news, and apparently Joe Burrow's house got broken into. And I was a little pissed off for him because they showed where his house was, And I don't think they needed to do that kind of shit. You know, the guy's trying to live, you know, being a very public person, I don't think he needs his house blasted all over the news. You know what I mean? Now everyone knows where the fuck he lives. So it's one of those things where, if you know, me personally, like, I would have just rolled it off as like, was anybody hurt? What was taken? Okay, we're good. You know what I mean? Like that's me personally. But if he's just trying to get used to it and being in the public eye like that, then shit's gonna happen, man. Shit is gonna happen. And my thoughts out to you, my thoughts and prayers. But you know, you get in that public eye, and it is just whatever happens at this point. As long as nobody gets hurt, you know, it's an item that, let's just say he got traded to the Miami Dolphins. He'd sell that house and move down to Miami and get a different house. You know, so it's an earthly thing. I mean, I've had people try to break into my stuff when I owned my house. Over on Waycross Road, someone tried to break into my house. The doorknob looked like it was kind of broke off, but thank God I had a big old pit bull mastiff there to back it up. So, miss you, Leo. So that's the name of the game with the public eye. That is the name of the game with the public eye. You're going to go through some very uncomfortable things, and it's how you deal with it. You know, and I watched the interview on the news, and God bless him, man. It looked like he was just trying to hold it together, and I feel that. And Joe, I mean, hey, you know, if you need someone to talk to, you can always get a hold of me. And it sucks. Stuff like that sucks. It really does. Because it's like, you know, you're in the public so much. Your house is your sanctity of your place of zen. If that makes any sense. It's your place of zen. If I come home and my place of zen is all out of whack, I'm all out of whack. You know what I mean? Something in your life, whether it's your car, your bathroom, or, you know, the little area you work in at work. If something's out of whack in that area, everything's going to be out of whack. But I mean, I had, you know, at some point in my life, I had to take it a step further and say, if this is all out of whack, everything else is going to be out of whack. So I've learned to really keep a good track on this to make sure that if this is good, everything else is going to be good. You know, and that's a good thing too. The heat just kicked on. And that's how you got to do things sometimes too, man. You know, sometimes you got to live in that kind of mind frame, to where your mind is the only place of zen you got. And once that's out of whack, ain't nothing gonna work. But these four assholes also had to light the bridge on fire here in Cincinnati. And granted, all of them look like meth heads. I'll say it. All of them look like fucking meth heads. You know? And they were claiming they were homeless. Like, you know, you don't have to be homeless to be a meth head. Being homeless is not a requirement of being a meth head. So, you know, I do not watch the fucking news. I do not watch it. I don't care about it. It is such a negative space that just takes up so much of people's lives. And I don't get it. I do not get why people go bonkers over watching the news. It's such a negative fucking spot. It's like social media. Everybody says social media is the devil. It is what you make it. If you don't want the algorithm of the news or politics or anything like that, you don't have to have that. You just have the algorithm of cute puppies, spiritual and inspirational stuff, and you're good. That's my algorithm. Cute animal videos, spiritual and inspirational stuff. That's my algorithm. But Instagram, those dirty fuckers, they get wild on you sometimes. They get wild. I've had some death videos, people getting electrocuted, shot. It's fucking wild. And Twitter, X now. And Elon Musk shouts out to you because I'm a huge fan. It is a free speech platform, and that is what it is. There's everything under the sun on X. And I don't particularly scroll through X. Like, it's mainly TikTok and Instagram. And speaking of TikTok, that shit's about to get banned. So all these creators on TikTok that are reliant solely on TikTok to create things and make money off of, about to go. About to go. I'm hearing whispers of January 15th. So, you know, I don't that's not me. You know? It sucks though. It sucks to know that like people's livelihoods are going to be taken away like that. You know? I just don't get it. I don't get why I don't get what the benefit of banning a social media site's going to do. All these social media sites are all integrated into your. As soon as you download it and open an account, it's integrated into your phone. They already know everything. So why even care? Why even care? What is the point of it? If you're on their platform, they're gonna know your stuff. That's the name of the game. So good luck. If we were smart, well, I wonder how many Instagram users and Facebook followers and Twitter followers are over in other countries. Because if we were smart, we'd be doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we already are. It's kind of how dumb I am to the game. And having information where you don't want it. You know? So, as long as you ain't doing nothing bad on your phone, I don't see what the problem is. But, I mean, and you make cents on the dollar anyway with TikTok. Like, the streaming platform. The streaming I do for video games. I've made $1.22 so far. Granted, it's $1.22 I didn't have. But it's $1.22. So, you know, it's not going to pay a fucking rent payment. You know, but there's this one really awesome chick I follow on Instagram. She does a lot of Theo Von. I guess she mouths Theo Von clips, and they're fucking hilarious. They're absolutely hilarious. Hilarious. And if anybody needs to get rich off of TikTok, it's that woman. Actually, there's two of them. I can't remember their names, but they're hilarious. And they should be making money off of that. So, I mean, you know, I don't get it. I'm just here to do a podcast and stream. We'll see where the money comes from. If you chase what you want to do, the money will come. I've heard Joey Diaz say it. I've heard plenty of other people say it. So if you do what you want to do and you enjoy what you're doing, the money will come. Don't worry about the when, but the money will come. It sure will. So, Yeah, and I mean, I absolutely love streaming. I absolutely love podcasting. Um, so I mean, that's you just got to give it time at that point. You just got to say, okay, you're doing this for the love of the game. You know, I'm doing this for the love of the game. I love playing video games, and I love sitting here talking to you guys every week. So, what else is going on? I'm on vacation this week, and finally got a website. It is jpauvil.wixsite.com/ on the level 162. And at the end of this program and at the beginning of this program, there will be a little bar here, right around here, that says it. And it will be linked in the description below. So I'm excited about having a website. It just means that I get to have everything localized as to where I don't have to keep saying every little bit of piece of information. Like, here's the website. Go there. It'll direct you everywhere. It'll get you where you need to go. So I'm very excited about that. I'm very excited that I got through another improv class through, and shouts out to Improv Cincinnati, or I'm sorry, Cincy Improv. That is a fucking fantabulous program to go through if you're looking to get into some kind of art and you don't know where to start. Maybe to get your feet wet, do improv classes. I am absolutely loving these improv classes. So do them. Do it. Okay, do it. So I'm 301 is coming up. Starts January 7th, and we're just hanging out till that. But what else is going on? I mean, still trying to date. I still think it's I think we're gonna upgrade it from paint drying, flies fucking, and shooting fish in a barrel to dumpster fire. I don't know what it is about dating anymore. Like, I'm not up on the current dating trends. Like, do I like you? Am I supposed to be interested in you? Am I not supposed to show that much interest? It could go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. But it's like, gee, you know, at some point, it's just like the right person will fit right into what you have and what you want out of them and what they want out of you. So we're just trying to do as much as I can with that. How far are we along here? 18. Okay. And I'm trying to keep these things pretty short and sweet for you guys. Trying to make sure I get what I need to say across here, because doing an hour, that's a stretch, especially for someone who's doing this by himself. But you know, hey, that's what we do here at On the Level Productions and at the Mind of James. Short and sweet, and hopefully one of these sentences that I say will catch you at the right when you need it, and it'll help you out. You're probably going to hear this, but I am cracking another beer. It is what time is it? It is 6:55 p.m. So since you know what, I'll just keep these things on. Since it has been vacation week, I have really embraced the vacation life. Normally, I'm kind of, buttons buttoned up, tie pulled up. I don't wear a tie. Um, with things in my life, work. Uh, I'm slowly letting that go. And I'm letting it go because I am not, that's not me. I'm a very free loving kind of guy that enjoys joking around and making jokes. And being that uptight personal guy is not me, man. It just ain't me. So I'm trying to let that go. And it's been interesting for me. It's been interesting to say that I have had a bit of a rough go at it and trying to make jokes and make the right jokes. I don't, because people get so pissy and offended these days, you can hardly, sneeze the wrong way and they'll get pissed off. So I just try and make the right ones. So it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. You know what I mean? But went to Hooters today, and God love these waitresses. I am not a rail thin I don't like girls that are rail thin. I like a little meat on the bones. You just grab it. You know what I'm saying? Grab the good parts. And I'm gonna sit up here. Scooch back. That's better. And and all those waitresses there tonight were just rail thin. But hey, every pot has a lid, right? Every lid has a pot. Every rose has its thorn. And James is single. So, I also had to shave my face here. Got the lines all screwed up, so I was just saying, you know what? We'll just keep the goatee. We'll keep the Walter White look going. Say my say my name. I don't have that good scratchy voice. Say my name. Say my name. Say my name. We'll get there. So I'm really excited that this studio is set up correctly, how I like it. This picture, actually, if you go back and listen to the Dirty Heads recap, this is from that picture from that concert. What I like about this picture and why I had to have it on the set, on the studio, is because they only make these for, let me say this correctly, every concert they do a special piece of artwork, and this is the only picture that they're going to have of that. You can't get them anywhere else. So I am very happy to have that. Here we have a cross. It is a piece of wood that looks burnt with an American flag on it. You can finally see it now, but my brother did this for me when he was in graphic design. I had a 2012 Ram, called it the Black Pearl. Still is the Pearl. And then I actually do have the Black Pearl here. And then the little one is the Queen Anne's Revenge, just a recap. But, yes, I mean, I love the set. I love how everything's set up. It is awesome. And I'm very happy with this. I'm very happy with how this is looking. And if I have a guest, there's the rest of the couch. So I'll probably get another picture hung up just in case someone wants. Well, when I do have a guest, there'll be some more artwork. But yeah. So I mean, this is what I enjoy doing. This is what I love creating. I'm a very creative person. I've come to find that out about myself. over these past few years, and I just enjoy creating. And what excites me more is actually doing creation. So I've said it before, thinking of building the set and thinking of doing it and actually doing it has been the best part. Now, if someone comes to me and goes, hey man, I want to do a podcast, but I need a studio. Got you. There's already one here. If you want to put a background, if you want to put a backdrop on it, you're more than welcome to, but, got it. You might hear the vibration of my phone, but it's sitting on my counter. I have a little scared camera. I call him Wally, because if you actually do get to see him, it's just two little squares sitting on top of each other, and he moves around and all that kind of shit. And I turned the sensitivities up because my dog died after a week that I moved in here. So I needed something to just be like, hey, you're home. And Wally's been a very good substitute for that. So, but yeah, creating is a lot of fun. And if you're a creative person, I implore that you do it. I demand of you to do it. You get the creativity out somewhere. Get that creativity out somewhere. So, it's and don't be ashamed of being creative. Not a lot of people are blessed with it, and the people that aren't blessed with it are going to make fun of you, and honestly, they can go fuck themselves. Because they're going to sit there and laugh at you, and they're just laughing at themselves. Is what they're doing. They're fucking laughing at themselves. Because they wish they had that creative mind like you did. Like you do. And you're one of God's special little gifts when it comes to that. And the world is a brighter place with you in it. So being creative is the best thing in the planet, because you have no limits as to what you can do. You have absolutely no limits as what you can do. But with that being said, and that being the truth, the whole truth, and the helpful truth to help you God, I want to thank you guys for joining me for another episode. And the studio is built out. I am so happy about this. This is awesome. Thank you for joining me through this process, because you guys are here on day one. And I want to thank you guys for joining me for another episode of the Mind of James podcast. If you want to see more, and I am excited to announce this, I have a website. It is JPAUVIL at wixsite.com/on-the-level162. That is JPAUVIL.wixsite, WIXSITE.com/on-the-level162. ONTHELVL162. That is level without the E's. It will be right here. So and linked in the show notes. It's a cool looking website. I'm very happy about it. Shouts out to my man Dave. He helped me set it up. Hopefully I'll have him on the podcast one day. And we will just have some fun, man. So be creative, be you, and whoever laughs at you and thinks little of you is really just laughing at themselves and thinks little of themselves, because being a piece of shit is easy. So the the last and final thought is fear God and keep his commandments. And I will see you all on the next one.